Hey YouTube, this is The Green Prepper, and today we are going to talk about something that is controversial, but is awesome and amazing. Show you a way to save your life, save some money, and save some time. Today we're going to go over how to stockpile unlimited supplies of antibiotics. And we're also going to go over the top 10 antibiotics to store for SHTF and Wrol situations. We will have a link with all the information below on our blog, TheGreenPrepper.com. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it and see what we have. All right, so disclaimer, this article by no means is any medical advice. I am not a doctor or registered nurse, and I am not providing a diagnosis or medical treatment. This article is just information that I derived from hundreds of hours of research, and it's for educational and informational uses only during a post-apocalyptic SHTF Wrol situation. All right, so basically there are the abilities to be able to get lots and lots of medications without prescription that are the same medications that are what you get prescribed from your doctor. They look the same, they've got the same numbers or engravings on them, they're the same size, they come from the same manufacturing plant as well as the same production plant that all of your prescription drugs come from. All right, so just bear in mind when we tell you about what we're talking about, you'll see and you'll know what we're talking about. All right, so next, there are two books that we suggest if you are going to be using antibiotics in a post-apocalyptic SHTF situation. One is the Nursing Drug Handbook, and it tells you about antibiotics, how to administer them, the doses that you should administer, you know, the interactions that they have with other substances and stuff like that. You definitely want to make sure that you know how to use this stuff because you don't want to take antibiotics like candy, and you definitely don't want to take antibiotics when you don't need to. Antibiotics is, you know, it's a wonderful tool, but the thing is if you use too many antibiotics, your body, you know, the bugs in your body and the things that try to attack us will become resistant to antibiotics, and then you're going to be out of luck if something really, really bad comes. So we definitely recommend checking out the Nursing Drug Handbook. It tells you about all those interactions, how to take it, when to take it, all that kind of good stuff. Also, you know, if there is no doctor around, we also recommend the Where There Is No Doctor. Basically, from the 70s till now, it's actually been attributed to saving millions of lives. It's touted by the Peace Corps and the World Health Organization for places where they don't have doctors, and this is like village medicine and how to treat people and how to keep them healthy without having a doctor. So we also you know, suggest that you check that out. Same time that came out, there was Where There Is No Dentist. Both of them are #1 bestsellers, and they tell you how, if you don't have medical professionals around, how to take care of your teeth and how to take care of your body. And those are the two most important things in a SHTF situation where there are no medical facilities to go to and it doesn't look like another one is going to come back up. You definitely need to prepare, have the knowledge, and take care of yourself. So those are some resources that we would suggest checking out if you decide to get into stockpiling your own medications. All right, so the secret to this is pet antibiotics, most especially fish antibiotics. And, you know, you can also find some for cats, dogs, stuff like that. But like I was saying, they are the same size, the same color, they have the same markings, they come from the same production and distribution plants. They are just labeled for fish use or for animal use or for dog use because they are selling them without prescriptions. You can buy these online, you can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on eBay, you can buy them in most pet food stores, and you can get them in large quantities if you desire with no prescription needed. So that is why they put a disclaimer on it, not for human use, but they're the exact same thing. Now, one other disclaimer that you want to take into effect is make sure when you read the label of all of the things that are in there that it's 100% the antibiotic. You don't want to make sure that you don't have any kind of additives that make your scales shiny or your fins grow larger, because you don't have those. You're a human. You just want the antibiotics. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tell you the top 10 antibiotics that you can get in fish form, as well as what they help cure or heal. So the first one is the one that we all know, which is penicillin. It's the original antibiotic. It works on bacterial infections, including middle ear infections, pneumonia, urinary tract infection, bronchitis, and laryngitis, among many others. Next one is ampicillin. It's good for skin infections, gonorrhea, sepsis, and ear infections. And as you see, like this one here is ampicillin. It's called fishcillin. And below it, it will actually have the name ampicillin in quotations. And you'll see that with all of the ones that we're looking at. Cipro. Now, Cipro is one of the most powerful antibiotics that you can actually get. But you need to be careful with Cipro because it has toxicity issues and side effects, okay? Really big side effects. This is for, like, if you tried other antibiotics, they're not working, you're getting ready to die, you know, Cipro is a really good option to take from there, but you got to be really, really careful with how you take it. It's good for UTI, for pneumonia, infectious diarrhea, anthrax exposure. That's where a lot of people around 9/11 started taking Cipro because they got really scared because it is good for anthrax exposure. It's also good for bone and joint infections and a lot of other infections that are highly resistant to antibiotics. Cipro is a very, very good option. All right, we also got amoxicillin. Amoxicillin is one that many of you know. It's known as the ear, nose, and throat option. And basically, it's good for infections like sinus infections, ear infections, upper respiratory infections, tooth abscesses, gonorrhea, and skin infections. So you see that you know, some of these are really good for a lot of different options. All right, next one is doxycycline. It's good for malaria, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Now that's like if you get bit by ticks, fleas, lice bites, stuff like that, they can carry that and really tear you up. Not very fun. Also good with diarrhea and coli. You can also use clindamycin, which is good for bacterial vaginal infections, severe acne, strep throat, tuberculosis, and toxoplasmosis. I don't know what toxoplasmosis is, but it's good for that. All right, and let's see what else we got. Number 7, Bactrim. It's actually a mixture between two different things. I'm not going to garble it up trying to say it. You can read it right there. It's good for the stomach flu, whooping cough, middle ear infection, urine infection, respiratory infections, intestinal infections, and pneumonia. So that is actually a pretty good option there as well. Knock out a bunch of different things. Next one is metronidazole, whatever. The regular name for it is Flagyl, and it's good for you know, bacterial and microorganisms. For the reproductive system, gastrointestinal tract, skin, vaginal, giardia, which is a really big one. So, you know, a lot of people are going to be drinking water, and if they run out of ways to filter water and decontaminate water, giardia is in a lot of waters, and it can really, really hurt you. Well, this one here actually kills giardia, which is awesome. So you have a little bit of a secondary protection there if you drink tainted water that has giardia in it. It also is good for abscesses, surgical wound infections. All right, let's go over here to number 9. Cephalexin. All right, so this is good for urinary tract infections, bacteria, pneumonia, soft tissue infections, E. coli infections, surgical wound infections, human bites. Oh my God! So maybe the zombies? It's good for human bites. Okay, so hopefully we don't have zombies, or hopefully we don't have people on like bath salts or something like that, but somebody bites you and you get an infection, this one's going to help you on that. Also bacterial skin disease, strep throat, and also known as, this one's hidden, but it's called cephalexin. Okay, so it's actually spelt a little bit different, but those are the two names for this antibiotic, and I'll go ahead and fix that on the website. Next one is going to be azithromycin, or Zithromax is the the brand name of it. But it's good for urinary tract infections, sepsemia, or when you go septic, when you're have bad blood, enteroabdominal infections, digestive infections, upper respiratory infections, and gonorrhea, of course. So that one's good for there. Now on these, there are links so that you can go ahead and track these down if you wanted to get them. They are highly available on Amazon and on eBay. So if you decide that you want to go ahead and pick some of these up, you like this information, please use these links here. It'll help us out a little bit. And then there's also a book down here that actually gives you different options for plant-based options that help kill bacteria and viruses when you are starting to become resistant, or you have bacteria that is resistant to antibiotics. This book is packed with that information as well. So hopefully this was useful information. If it was, please give us a big thumbs up. Please support us with a subscription. If you subscribe to us, we're going to go ahead and give you lots and lots of information on how to be able to utilize all of your preps, how to be ultra prepared, being able to minimize the things that you need that actually do lots and lots of options. And, we want to go ahead and share that information with you as we are prepping for our family journey. And, we would love for you to join us as well. So please favorite, please like, please tweet, please pin, share it on all of the social media outlets so that other people can get this information and they know that they have the power to protect themselves when SHTF happens, Wrol happens, or say they run out of insurance, or they just want to take care of themselves and be self-sufficient. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later.